Hello guys, just wanted to give you an update on my new project that I've shown you. And I thought this thunderstorm would make a lovely backdrop. But anyway, I'm going to go to the Nether and show you my new gold farm and XP farm joint. And I'm really pleased with it, I must admit. It seems to be working very well. If you look at my status bar, you can see I've got 102 levels. And I must have got that in about, I don't know, 45 minutes yesterday. I was watching Dataless's latest video and I just sat AFK and at my gold XP farm and I've got 102 levels. There's a fair bit of gold there as well, not masses, but you know, that'll come I should imagine. Plenty of AFK. Anyway, I'll head off to the Nether and give you the guided tour. Hiya guys, made it to the Nether. Now we just climb up to my gold XP farm. Can hardly see it up there, but this is my new drop pad. I've enclosed this with glass so that I don't drift off and die as I'm falling, which could happen. Hasn't happened to me yet. The reason I took the big drop pad out more than anything is zombie pigmen were dropping off from different angles and landing on that. And as you probably saw in my last video, sometimes I had a reception committee when I came down here, which is not ideal for safe transition back to the real world with all my newly acquired levels. So I thought that was probably not the best thing to do. Now I've got 3 levels here on the farm now. We'll go into this one. This is the first one. There we go, it's the gold storage room. Basically I've got, can't really see it from here, but I've got a hopper tower. Hopper and, sorry, start that again. I've got a hopper and chest tower coming down from the farm to store all my gold and rotten flesh in. I did set one up to store the swords, but I had a bit of a problem with that. It sort of overfilled, and consequently I've changed that setup now. So basically I've set it up so all the swords or all the new drop swords get fed into this dropper, and there's a timer clock at the top, and just get spat out into the lava there and disintegrated. I've got more gold swords than I will ever know what to do with. Just to demonstrate, there's so many of the bloomin' things. And to be honest, I don't know what on earth I can do with them. The only ones I could think that I could have a use for is I've got a couple there with enchanted with looting and looting 2. And that's quite useful because I can take that down to the cow farm and use that to slaughter the cows. Now this is my that's my sign. This is the redstone room. That's for the redstone's out there, and this is the piston that shunts the XP across, and that's one that flings it up to be flung up even further to me by another one. Most of the redstone's out there. It's all half slabbed and covered up. That's my item sorter. I used the new item sorter that Dataless used on his storage facility, if you like. The one where you have any gash item in there and 41 of the item you want. Very easy to set up and seems to work very well. And when I had an overflow problem with swords, it certainly didn't mess up any of my filters. I basically just jammed it all up and I had to take all the gold swords out. Anyway, let's get away from those noisy pistons. It's half slabbed in here. If we look up here, this is obviously half slab too. You can see that's the timer that operates the pistons. And that's the second piston that shunts the XP up. I've tidied it up here as well, just so it's not so dark and miserable. And my FK point is obviously here. I'll rile up the piggies so you can see them working. There we go. That's got them angry. Here they come. Lots and lots of piggies. It's reasonably safe now. I mean, I do get the odd spawn in my redstone room. I do get the odd pig down in my storage room, but nothing massive really. As long as I keep my wits about me, I should be okay. And I do get the odd chicken jockey down the bottom. But as you can see, the XP is coming up lovely. I haven't tried an all-nighter yet, where I've just left it running to see what I would get at the end of it, which I probably should do, but I'll definitely back up my world. So I'm worried that it might crash my computer if something goes wrong, if there's too many XP orbs uncollected, or whatever. But if I back up my world and then leave it running overnight, we shall see. Be interesting to see what sort of levels I'd have in the morning. Oh. See, I'll get some XP orbs, and the odd pig falls down there, and sometimes survives. Anyway, get away from those noisy piggies. Okay, you can see sometimes there's some mob drops and all that end up there. Obviously that's not a 100% successful, but whatever. Hang on, gotta go guys, phone. Hi guys, back again. Somebody trying to sell me something over the phone. Wasn't that keen. Anyway, see, there we are, there's a couple of piggies that survived the fall. But that I'm just gonna have to live with, I think. Now I do get the odd piggy that comes in here. The little ones come in sometimes. And sometimes I get the odd ones. Well, I don't know if they spawn in there, or how they get in there. Perhaps because it is half slabbed, but I do get the odd piggy turn up in there. Understandably, you can imagine that the baby pigs can get in there, no problem. I suppose I could close it off, but I don't really care that much, and it would interfere with the redstone, and you know. No one's looking. Well, I'm not looking for perfection anyway. So we go a bit further down. See if we... Ooh, my word, jumped off the ladder. Not that it would hurt me, but it made me jump. Yeah, there's nothing. I was hoping to see a sword spitting out of there, but they're probably walking off the side of the XP farm now, so we go down. Woohoo! Bonk. I do like doing that. See, I do get a lot of this, but I think a lot of this happens when I come off the AFK point. I think a lot of the piggies sort of head down from a different angle and drop off. But it's a bit worrying sometimes when this happens, because there could be a little chicken jockey down here and he could be playing havoc with me when I'm collecting all those XPs. I suppose I could always run away from it all. But anyway, let's go and pick up some of these drops. But it's quite amazing how much comes down there. I don't know how to get around that. I suppose if I went up on the splat pads, put gold around the outs, around, not gold, what am I saying? Not thinking straight. Put glass around the outside of it. Perhaps that would funnel them in just to the one place. I have to give that some thought. I'd certainly need, as Data would put it, a metric butt ton of glass to do that. So I have to go on a real hunt for that. But no, I'm quite pleased with this farm. It was for me, it was quite a big build, you know. I mean, I know some of the stuff that Data builds is vast, but I just haven't got the time to do that, or the experience really. I just take these bits up and put them into the system and get rid of them, and I shall call the video then. But I'm quite pleased with the looks of this place. It'd be nice if I could have built it in something else, but cobble is what I had plenty of, and I was more focused on the functional side of getting it done, because the splat pads are quite big. Not splat pads, the spawning pads really are quite big, and it took big effort to make them. Oh, there's piggies hovering around up there, and they're still angry, surprisingly enough. So get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. More piggies, get rid of that. Yes. So they splat in different areas, which I suppose is not surprising, in correspondence to wherever I am. I thought about putting a trapdoor to so I used to be able to get up there, but it was just too much hassle. And I thought I'd just being greedy chasing stuff up there. Get rid of the swords. There we go, bye bye swords. if I'll get down there in time to see him going into the lava. No, too slow. Hey, no, too slow. Never mind. That's not really important. So I wonder what sort of gold levels I've got. I've got another couple of stacks come in. And it's starting to come up. I mean, nothing massive, but it's getting there. Gonna have to set up a villager trading station to get rid of all this rotten flesh, but the time will come. Anyway, that was my new gold farm, gold XP farm, and I'm really pleased with it. Problem is now, I'm a bit of at a loss of what to do now, because I've made the gold farm and the XP farm, and I seem to have been focused on that for quite a while. And now it's done, I'm sort of like bereft of a project. I've got to stop being so stingy. I feel like I have to pick up every piece of gold and every piece of XP, which is silly really, but part kleptomaniac in me, I think. Bonk. One more. Don't want the sword, but I took it anyway. Silly me. Anyway, back down out the nether. I've tried to make it a bit of a nicer place to come up and down to, 'cause I really don't like it in the nether. I don't know what it is. But then again, I suppose it is a hell biome. It's not going to be nice, is it? That we just passed there, that was a failed attempt to get to my nether fortress. I thought I could go down from the roof, but I couldn't work out how to do it, so I got above it and could look down on it, but couldn't get down to it. I suppose now I could make the effort, because I made a path to get there. I could make the effort and ladder up to that tunnel, if you like, and have a rail track along it, because it's all flat. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching again. I quite enjoyed showing you around my gold XP farm. Certainly not short of anything to enchant with now. As I say, 105 levels, I'm going to enchant a few books and see what enchants I get. Looting 3 is what I need, because I want a decent sword for my cow farm, to get a bit more leather as I slaughter them. But that's coming on fine anyway, so I don't know, it's one of those things. I spent so long chasing levels, and now I've got a ready supply of them. I almost don't know what to do first. But anyway, cheers then guys, thanks very much. Cheers and gone.